Hey everybody, welcome to the Multifamily Legacy Podcast. I am super stoked because we have a great show for you today. We are actually in a wonderful location, are we not?
It's awesome.
Okay, this is my friend Robert Nickell. I'm going to give you a better introduction in just a second. But we want to talk about where we're at. Where are we, Robert?
We are in Breckenridge, Colorado.
Dude, Breckenridge, Colorado, and we're in this location, in this house, and it's sick.
It's pretty amazing.
It is absolutely ridiculous, okay? So here's one of the benefits of when you actually get out and start living a cash flow life and start making money that shows up time and time and time again. It's called cash flow, by the way. It is magical because it allows you to do things like we're doing right now. I'm hanging out with a bunch of my real estate friends and people that help people like me out, and we're just out having a good time, are we not?
We are.
Perfect. So let me give you a formal introduction, okay?
Cool.
So this is episode number 22. And wait, before we even start, I gotta tell them what they gotta do. First of all, if you haven't, okay, and I know a lot of you want to, go to iTunes right now and let me know why you love this podcast, okay? I looked last week and I didn't have anybody new and it crushed me.
Oh.
It absolutely crushed me. Like it hurt.
I'm sure it did. You're a sensitive guy.
So I really like it when everybody like gives me like their reviews and why they like it, or you can tell me to screw off. I really don't care.
No, don't do
that. Whatever you really think, like I don't care. Now, the other thing that you got to do, we're having a lot of fun in Colorado right now, but if you haven't done it, you got to go to Kahuna Wealth Builders and download my Quick Start Workshop. Why do you need to do that? Why do you need to do that, Rob?
Because it's the best quick start workshop.
Yes, it's because I said so, right?
Correct, right.
I know. So that's all you gotta do, because what are you gonna get there? You're going to get a whole video series of how to find private money. All the things that I use to acquire, to attract it. What do you say? All that kind of stuff is in that video series. And it's a good place to start. So you can start taking the concepts that we teach and like put it into some motion, okay? All right, we got that out of the way, thank God. Now let's talk about the real stuff, the real important stuff. My good friend, Robert Nickell. Robert is one of those neat, special guys that comes in and he kind of aggregates some stuff that you didn't know that could be aggregated. And when I talk about aggregation, I talk about VAs because that's what you do. He has a VA service that will take the tasks that have to be done, because no matter what business you're in, things got to get done, right? Like little tasks. It could be big tasks, but you got to have people to do it. And Robert's figured out a way to solve that with a process called VAs, virtual assistants. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I'll probably screw it up if I say anymore.
No, you're
so I want to introduce my great friend, Robert Nickell. Robert, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, where's all this humility come from? You're the one that's had a VA for how long? You've been a client for
3 or 4 years now.
3 or 4 years. Had your VA. She's been doing amazing for you,
awesome.
Right? Doing lots of great stuff, right? So
yes.
You know the game. You know it better than me.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So talk to me about like, okay, what is a good? So I'm gonna set up what I think VAs are good for in like the real estate business, and you should expand on it.
Okay, yeah, you want to start with what virtual assistants are?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, virtual assistants can be any help that you get to do anything in your business. I like to say the day-to-day ancillary task. In any business, as Corey mentioned, especially I'm in real estate and Corey's real estate. We train our VA specifically on real estate investing tasks. But real estate...
Oh wait, time out. I want everybody to make sure that was the big like exclamation point. Your VAs are trained in what?
Real estate.
Oh my God. Okay, so many times, right? There's services. Oh, I got VAs, right? And you get one and they suck. Okay?
It's true.
I mean, it's the reality, right?
Yeah.
I'm keeping it real with you guys. Robert's VAs, he has very much a segmented process of training your VAs. You train them in real estate tasks.
That's correct.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's anybody that helps you do your day-to-day tasks, all the stuff that has to get done, from marketing to social media like Facebook and your LinkedIn profiles and all the things that have to get done, from building buyers list if you're wholesalers or contractor management, all the documentation management, transaction coordination, closing coordination, all the stuff that has to get done. Somebody's got to do the work, right? And virtual assistants is just somebody that's not sitting in your office that can do those for you, and we provide a independent contractor for real estate investors that can do the majority of your day-to-day tasks.
Right. You provide a solution.
Correct.
And it's an amazing solution.
Thank you.
Because here's the thing, man. I was like everybody out there that's never tried their VA for the first time. It's kind of like, what am I getting into? Like, I'm going to, this person works around the world, on the other side of the world, it feels like, and they're going to do my task. Like, how does that happen? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, it's a great question. And just like with you, the first thing we do, excuse me, is we get to know our clients, who you are, what you're doing, what your business looks like, the way you're currently constructed, what your employees look like, how you market your team. We want to know who you are, and where you're trying to go. We want to just be aligned with who you are. And once we're aligned, we feel like we're congruent with your goals. Then from there, we start creating job descriptions to meet the needs that we've identified within your business. And that job description leads to qualified candidates for that position, right? We believe in having the right person in the right seat. And so my team facilitates that whole process, from technology questions to onboarding and implementation, and facilitating the whole process from resumes and screening and profiling and interviewing and everything.
So what you're just telling me is not only do you just have VAs trained in real estate, but you even almost have them more in niches. Like if you really need a real estate VA that's more in this kind of niche, you guys have some training or development on that?
I mean, you can think about it like hiring any person, right? It's
you're just gonna get to know me and say, what do you need, Corey? And I'm gonna figure it out. And
right, because if you need somebody on the phone, that's very different than somebody that's going to be your general admin or executive assistant, or right. That's usually a different personality profile. If we're talking a DISC profile, that'd be a higher D usually on the phone. You want some more aggression, some emotional intelligence, and great communication skills and English proficiency. And all those things, right? And then somebody who's going to be an admin or doing administrative tasks like CRM management or social media management or list building, or you know, you in your business, you were talking yesterday about your biggest pain point is underwriting, because it's really time consuming and someone's got to do it. It's really important work, but it takes so much time to do all the analysis and
to put all the information in a data, to take the data and then put it in a thing that can decipher the data.
Right, so that type of person who is very detail oriented, to be able to micromanage the details and work in spreadsheets, is usually a different person than like an inside sales person.
Right.
So we want to create a job description, right? Like what tasks need to be done. And sometimes there's sometimes somebody's gonna be working on the phone and be doing some administrative tasks, right?
Right.
We just want to make sure that the primary or the revenue generating or whatever the primary tasks are, we're fitting the skill sets to that.
Right.
That job description, and then everything else kind of falls in place. And then my team, the mid-level managers that you work with, they create a task map. We just call that a success map. It's a 90-day plan of what every day is going to look like when you wake up, with the end of day and start of day report, so you know exactly what's being done, how you communicate. Their time is your time. So there's a lot of organization up front that my team facilitates so that you have success long term.
Okay, so this is true for me. So I remember the first thing when I say, hey Robert, I want a VA, you're like, hey, let me. What do you want? What do you need your VA? What tasks do you need to do?
And you, like most people, said what?
Everything.
Yeah, everything. I know, right? Like it's just like there's too many things to do. So that's why really
you distracted from me finally the guy what I really need.
Yeah, so we just talk about it. Like if there's too many things to do every single day. We all have too many things to do. So we just start by prioritizing.
I want to time out for a minute. Like I just want to tell everybody. So here's what happened last night. Okay, me and Robert are in the same room. Okay, it's not weird. But we're a group of like 10 of us here. And so about 3 o'clock in the morning, somehow he opens the door and he comes back in, and we've all been having a good time, and everybody's sleeping, but I decided that I wanted to share. And dude, we started talking business from 3 o'clock in the morning to 6. I think we solved a lot of stuff. Like we were like just mapping out, like for underwriting. We were talking about the underwriting process for what I think is the biggest hiccup for most investors out there. Because like when you go into say you're trying to transfer from single family fix and flip, right, the hustle and grind, and transfer into the multifamily business. But you still got to do your single family business. And you got to find a way to segue and make it easier for you. And the hardest crux, I can teach everybody how to do it and how to find a deal, but they still got to get the data from what a potential deal is. Like when a broker sends a operating memorandum or a broker packet, like it says, here's a deal, you've got to take that information, put it in your spreadsheets and your data, the data that I teach everybody to use to get an answer. And that's a pain in the butt.
You mean people have to do some work?
Yeah, and it's like it's tedious. You got to pay attention, right? You got to put the right number in the right field.
Crazy.
And dude, it's going to, all my alpha big operators, all my friends that I'm trying to teach this business, they're going to fail.
Because of that, right? Because
Yes,
the day-to-day task
it's
is
a
lot of
roadblock.
work.
It's a potential roadblock.
Right. Well, it's just a lot. In every business, there's a lot of things that have to be done. Every single day.
Yes.
There's a lot of tasks that have to get done.
And so
the
hiring Robert Nickell, that's what we talked about. Like the idea really popped in my head, and then it took 3 hours in the morning to solve it and like solve for X. But like it was because it was a big equation, and I think we solved for X.
I believe so.
All right. So the other thing on this whole story is you're an amazing skier, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
So Robert's like, he's kind of like, oh, I don't ski very well, and he's just acting like he doesn't do a great job. And then he's like, hey, let's go on this lift, and we get on it, and it's not even a lift. Like it's like this little T-bar. We got one, and Robert's real tall, so his butt's like super high off the ground, right? And my butt's, I mean, I'm kind of close to the ground, man. You know, I'm kind of close to Mother Earth. And so he's sitting on it just relaxed and just chilling. And I mean, I'm just like, my legs and my quads, as we're going up this mountain, I'm holding on for dear life thinking, where are we going, dude? Where are we going to end up? And all I can think about is, I'm going to die. I need to call my wife right now because I may not make it off the mountain.
And you did. You made it fine. You did great. You did great.
Oh shoot.
Okay, business, skiing. We solved our equations.
Okay, so let's talk about the last thing. The last thing is about how do people go ahead and get like. Oh no, I want to do this. I want to talk about the process of when I had my VA, right? So there was very much a regimented process from you. You say, okay, Corey, I understand what you're doing. Now I want to go and take I'm going to send you some VAs to interview. And there was an interviewing process.
Correct.
Talk about that for a minute.
Well, you're hiring somebody that's going to be working for you and your team. We want to make sure that person's a good fit. Personality and goes with skill set, right? You know, right person. It's a lot more than just their personality profile and the day-to-day, skill set. So, the interview process is a big part of getting familiar with people and
because I remember going through it. I was like, oh man, that one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. And then when I found one, I was like, oh, I like this one.
Right.
This one will work with me and my style. I think I can get it.
It gives you a lot of confidence too about the person that you're selecting because you've had some options.
And then also because I know you guys have done a little bit of the back end of trying to find the right personality for the job set I need too.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're hiring 3% of our applicants, and that includes our employee referral program. So it would be less than 2% of applicants if we didn't have such great referrals coming in from current employees. So, I think they did a couple thousand resumes or whatever last month, right? And so we're kind of trying to eliminate a lot of the not the best applicants, right? We're trying to
find the
best applicants, right?
Take out the trash. Find the cream.
It's just like there's always there's a right fit for people in the right spot, and we're just.
So I really enjoyed that task. Now here's the cool thing, and I think a lot of people don't understand this. My VA works from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. My daytime hours.
Right. Yeah. Is
that normal?
Yeah, their time zone's going to be different than their working time zones, right? But they need to work in your real time for real time communication.
Okay. So because I know my VA is Filipino, and dude, so in the Philippines, I'm pretty sure at like 9 o'clock in the morning for me, it's like 11 o'clock there.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
She works from 11 o'clock to like 7 in the morning or something. Every day. And dude, I've never not like Skyped her in the middle of like, say it's 4 o'clock in the morning her time. And like it's, I don't know what time that is for me, maybe 3.
Yeah, well, people ask all the time, 12. Like, how do I know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, how would you know if one of your office is doing? It's about productivity, right? And you know what your VA she does a great job for you, and you know that because of what she's producing, and you're
Right.
interacting with her every day,
Yeah.
just in real time. It's
And I
just like
call her
any other-
anytime, and she's like, "Hey, what's up, Chief?"
Right.
Right? Like it's not. It doesn't sound like a tired worker, or like she's not been at her desk. And it's not like she's not at her desk. Like I feel like every time I've called, and I call a lot, all different times of the day. I am never very for me and for her. There's not a system that we go by. Each like, oh, Corey should be calling the next 30 minutes. She has no idea when I'm calling. Right? I just call out of the blue, like,
I can't
"Hey, Jazz, I
imagine
just
that.
thought of something. I need you to do this, this, and this," right? And the phone always answers.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like anybody else that's working for you. Their time
Like,
is
that's
your time.
magic.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why we go through the structure at the beginning to make sure that it's all set up correctly.
I
So
think
that
you're
you
onto
have
something.
that.
I think it's magic.
Oh no, that's awesome.
I would call it
magic.
magic.
That's awesome. It's cool, but it's just growth is hard and productivity is hard, and it's a lot of work. And we're there for our clients, and we're there for you to solve your
Dude.
problems and help you get to where you're trying to go, get your time back, and get more done at the same time. Is really the goal.
And that is the goal, is because you get your time back. There's so many tasks that a CEO should not be doing, right?
Correct.
Especially when an admin, a VA could be doing they could take so many, even just going through your emails sometimes. Like just give me all the crap emails, just like only send me the good stuff.
Right. Just filter through it.
Dude, that would be like a task.
It's one of many things,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and that's, again, most people will say, well, what could a VA do for me? And you can just go to reiva.com, get in touch with our team. They're amazing.
Oh,
and
hold
we'll
on,
just
you
walk
just said
through
too
the whole
fast.
thing.
Okay, let me officially ask you. Robert, how do I get a hold of you?
reiva.com, Real Estate Investor Virtual Assistants, reiva.com. My team will be there for you, walk you through the whole process. Even if you're not ready for a VA, still kind of answer all your questions and go through everything with you.
Anything else? Anything else you want to add?
No, I
What do you
appreciate
want to say,
your time.
dude?
No, you're a great skier as well. Appreciate you having me.
Dude, I was just hoping I wasn't gonna die.
No, it was good. It's fun. It's a lot of fun to hang out. I really appreciate you having me.
Hey,
on the show.
we're trying to make
It's
this.
great.
This is a super short podcast because we just wanted to say that we were here, and we're like, dude, if we don't talk and do something while we're here at this event, it'd be almost
It'd be a
stupid of us,
shame.
right? It'd be a
It'd
shame, right?
Yeah, thanks a lot
Right.
for having me. Appreciate
Get it
it.
right here. Robert Nickell, my good friend. Hey, if you're listening to this for the first time, stop and find the first episode. It is nothing but juicy couture, right? Everything is right here in these episodes. They're a lot of fun. It's a lot of energy, but it's really me hanging out with a bunch of my friends, the people that I like to do business with, just like Robert Nickell. Thanks a lot, and remember, whatever you're doing out there, if you will put your mind to it, you can be successful, because I'm telling you right now, your paradise is possible.